I feel like some may feel like it's like a standstill, um, like stuck energy, or like waiting for the next thing. But there's a sense of an initiation in your works and the things that truly excite you. I feel like there's a need to continue doing what you're doing if it works for you, and try new things. And there's a need to be grateful for the things that you have now, and ready for the things to come, and to know that things are always moving and changing. Excuse me. There just may need to be a clearing of in a sense, just being more mindful of the things that are working and not working, and doing more things that make you feel, that are like rewarding for you, like an intrinsic reward, not just an external reward. The things that truly bring you ecstasy. There is a need to do more things that make you feel a sense of I want to say like integrity. You have integrity about them, or doing things with integrity. There's a purity and a purifying that's taking place in the world, and it's allowing us to do things at so like an ascension type of energy, doing things at a more higher level, like seeing things from a higher perspective, and acting in a better way, a more harmonious way, allowing us to shine a light, or there's a light being shown on more harmonious ways of doing things, more harmonious actions, which allows our fruition to take place. And there's a birthing and a growing of the seeds that were planted, and there's a need to stay centered and release the things that no longer serve us, and then that's the realization that's needed within the community. There's like a constant allowing, and so a constant give and take. And so I feel like, although it's like a sense of stuck energy at first, or things are maybe not moving clearly, I feel like there's always that give and take. And maybe it's to the feeling of it being the same. Maybe it's not even just stuck. It maybe just feel like things are like the same, and they're not moving as quickly as we wanted to, or maybe the blessings are not as big or as grand, or as, maybe not even, I won't even say the blessings too, I'll say like there is a sense of seeing the same old thing, and maybe tired of seeing the same old thing. Like, okay, so for instance, those who watch the news, or maybe not even just the news, how we see things take place in the world, and then there's a sense of feeling that, okay, this happens, and then there's a calm, and there's good things that take place, and there's a day-to-day life, and then there's something again that's in the news, and then there's a calm, and then there's an everyday life, and then there's the good things, and there's some funny TikTok videos, and there's some people out here making moves, and so it just feels like it's monotonous in a sense, and that there is a wanting of something better, something more to cling on to, and to actually hold for a longer sense of time, like a longer time. um, better with, like, there's a want better food, better. It's just like, I don't know if you've seen the videos too of people saying like, dang, I can't eat this either, like this is bad for me too, like they putting this in this food, like dang, like what can we eat, like dang, the soil not as good as it's supposed to be, the the weather, this and the news, like it's just like dang, almost want to say, can I get a break or whatever, but then it's just like things are always changing, and just as much, I want to almost say good, there's or there's quote unquote bad and the good or whatever, but the fact is that, and the point is that we get to witness all of the things, so there's a need to be grateful. There's a beauty in being grateful for the witnessing, for the ability to be present for all of it, and the need to purify when the sight or the sound is not as beautiful as we would have hoped. The food didn't taste as good as we hoped, or maybe it was very beautiful and all that we hoped for, and then the taste is, we swallow the food, the taste is no longer in our mouth, and our mouth is watering for more. There is a beauty in that as well. The watering of the mouth, the 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 appreciation of the taste buds, the appreciation of the ability to notice and to witness the wanting, the desire for more, and the beauty of being able to witness it and to calm your nerves, to sit with self. The beauty of being able to prepare for the next meal, for having a meal, just for an example. And not to be, well, I'm not even going to say not to be negative. I mean, I said it clearly, but it again draws me to my point, brings me back to the point that it's not even negative, it's a thing. But okay, for example, driving down the street, seeing someone sitting on the side of the road, and he was in that same spot for a couple days, the same exact spot, each time I drove by. And so I decided to take him some food. Myself and children, we decided to take him some food. And the beauty of being able to see the smile on someone's face and pass them food when they probably didn't know where their next meal was going to come from. Or perhaps someone else had just given them some food, I don't know. But there's a beauty in those simple things. The beauty of feeling grateful to be able to give food, feeling grateful that someone has provided me food, feeling grateful that I have a car to drive, stable transportation, being grateful that I can see him in that moment and know that it could have been me, grateful for the knowing that I don't have to be in that situation in order to feel what he's feeling. and grateful for the knowing that there's a yearning to want to receive more abundance, to be able to give more, because the more that I have, the more that I can give. So I say all that to just point back to the posture of gratitude. And no matter what perception we have or what angle we look at things from, there's an ability and a moment and the opportunity to be grateful for it all. And so the cards that came out are the Fool card, Mother Mary, Sacrifice, Joy, and Fire. And to me, that feels like a warrior heart, like being happy, being enjoy, being able to enjoy the fact, the being on the edge, taking a new journey, traveling. It's like the feeling of the traveler who, like Mother Teresa, who is, able to help so many people just by being present, just by lending a helping hand, just by enjoying the small things and everything, the big things, the mediocre things, or the mundane, yeah. And like riding the waves. Allowing yourself to be perceptive enough to hear the smallest of cries or the faintest of whispers of the world, and yes, being sensitive and feeling, and maybe I almost want to say affected by the things we see, because we're human, but we're having, we're spirit, so we're all connected, but we're having this human experience. So we have feelings, we have senses. So there's abundance all around. And it's like, I almost want to say, if we choose to witness it, but we, there's always a witnessing. There's always the ability to witness the things that are going on around us. I recognize and accept the teacher in every being that I encounter. To see someone, to truly just see them. Can you see me, easy with my heart? Fifth chakra, love and truthfulness determine my way of expressing myself. Card 59. Secondary chakra, palms of the hands. To just join hands with someone. To pass someone some food and to feel that connection with that person in that moment. And just connect, not feeling superior, not feeling inferior, just to be able to see the person and them see you. And then the sixth chakra, 70. I pay careful attention to the guidance of the creative force for the planning of my life. Auric field of the emotional body, 11. Flowing freely, my emotional body is becoming stronger from one second to the next. Secondary chakra, palms of the hand. Courage gives me the power to take action. Secondary chakra, yin, 79. I gratefully and attentively live my motherliness. Secondary chakra, palms of the hand, 106. With the power of love, I form what is true and beautiful. And again, we're human, so we're gonna have, depending on how clearly we can see ourselves, right? We may have moments where we are not as happy with our actions, our attitude, and how we allow our emotions to fluctuate or control us. But the more we hear ourselves and carefully observe ourselves, the better chance we have at coming to a point of centeredness, of seeing more clearly, of being more still and slow to speak, and appreciating silence. The card Promise and Welcome came out. And what I feel like is like the promises of God are welcome. And there's a need to welcome them. Maybe making promises to self. Affirmations. And resolutions. It's springtime. Again, sowing seeds. Usually when we plant things and sow seeds, it's with the intention of creating something beautiful. So being mindful of the intentions. And the beauty of not needing to have tough skin, no longer needing tough skin. Because when we are aware of the matters of the heart and welcome that peaceful fire, that peaceful observation, that relaxation, that gratitude in, there's a peace that resides. There's a peace that's welcome. When we welcome that peace within, it changes how we look. It changes the glow. It changes our skin. It changes how we walk, how we talk. It changes the atmosphere. I'm hearing our praises is shifting the atmosphere. It shifts the atmosphere. It has more. It holds more weight than what you think. It's light. It's airy, but you get it. Like, it holds more weight. It means more. It's doing more good than what you may think. Things are not as still as what, or stuck or stagnant as you may think. Blessings are happening. Things are working out in your favor. Things are always working out in your favor. Allow the blessings to show up, to surprise you. Believe more than what you have believed before. Have more faith than what you have had before. Because there's a promise. Just as you were carried safely in your mother's womb, there was I feel like there's like when I say promise, I feel like there was this sense of safety, of innocence, of purity, of comfort, contentment. You were able to enjoy being wrapped up in the wound of joy. And it was like, imagine that, like, that's the promise, because it brought you here safely. And there may be a feeling of being, maybe wounded. I heard wounded, of vulnerable, of like naked, and afraid. Okay, I'm hearing that as well. But there's still that promise all around you. It's wider, it's bigger, but it's still there. And by tapping into those feelings of gratitude, being grateful, tuning into or being aware of matters of the heart, tuning into the heart space and that centeredness allows you to connect with that feeling again. Allows you, when you welcome it in more, you begin to feel it all over you, and maybe subtle feelings at first, and then more magnified feelings and experiences and connection, stronger connection, and more clarity, and more you feeling like you're more out of the fog, and able to see more beautiful experiences, and just in more experiences, but seeing the beauty in more experiences, in of wider variety of experiences. Spring Mother Magoo. Magoo, goddess of spring, healing and transformation brings you blessings now. You are asked to remember that light can come from even the darkest beginnings, that spring only ever comes after winter. The challenge can be to trust that winter will end. Exploring the unknown parts of yourself will result in self-discovery and a healing rebirth for you. The dance unveiling. There is a situation in your life that is about to reveal itself to you with greater clarity. Just like sand shifting, the picture will seem clearer and quite different to how it once appeared to you. This clarity will bring you great relief and confirmation of your intuition. Be patient and allow the revelation to come to you at the perfect time. And that's the guidance is to allow that clarity, to allow the knowing, the peace and comfort of knowing that winter does end, that spring is here. Allow your fruits of your labor to manifest, to grow. Continue watering them. Continue shining the light on the things that are working, the things that need, and maybe even the things that you shine the light on, the things that don't work, so that you can see how it's working, how it's affecting you, and how you need to adjust. And the council of light is here, divine orchestration and helpers in the subtle realm. And then it also says, answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? So there's that sense of feeling that of wanting to feel a greater reward, wanting to feel more purposeful about life, wanting to feel more effective, more appreciated, more drawn and drawn to the work that you're doing, more guided. You want your work to be purposeful. And so there's purpose in everything. So whether that is giving someone some food, opening the door for someone, sleeping in a little later because you need some rest, cleaning up after yourself, whatever, everything that you do serves a purpose. And so you do the things that you need to do. And you know how they say, like, until you do the things you want to do, you just be mindful of all the things that you're doing and do more of the things that make you happy, because you'll no longer give that much attention to the things that don't really need your attention. So you are in control of that, to the extent that you're able to be in control of that. I think I'm going to leave it here. Love and elevation to you today and every day. Ashe.